Hi guys, David Nemeroff with Aikido Masters Self-defense Academy here. And I wanted to discuss today the idea of the Aikido philosophy of peace and pacifism versus street effectiveness. Morihei Ueshiba is considered the founder of Aikido, also known as O-sensei. And he's most known for developing an art of peace. However, what we want to consider is that Morihei Ueshiba studied many different combat methods first. He was in many street fights. He was challenged by military and all sorts of people, and was an amazing fighter. However, as his art evolved, he wanted to unify the world, and he had a more peaceful philosophy. However, people, I think, have taken this message to, at least some practitioners have taken it to a place where Aikido has evolved for them to a more pacifist practice, where they're blending beautifully and they're flowing and their attacker is kind of going for them, and losing that combat efficacy. And that's where I think some of the controversy is coming up, for whether or not it's effective in the street. Let me say that my philosophy, personally, as I see Aikido, and as maybe I interpret O-sensei's message, is that Aikido should not have strayed from being effective in the street. And there are many Aikido systems that still maintain that street efficacy. Okay? However, though, firstly, you cannot be a pacifist, I believe, if you first don't know how to defend yourself. If you don't know how to hurt, how to kill, then you really can't be a pacifist. Pacifism is a choice. You have got to decide to hold life dear and cherish it instead of celebrating violence. And I think for me, as I see it, that's what Morihei Ueshiba kind of meant. I consider it restoring the balance. Okay? So what I mean by that is, if someone attacks you and you can blend out of the way, put them in an armbar and control them without causing permanent bodily injury, then that's great. Okay? And if that subdues the situation, then there's no need to go further. There's no need to be excessive, kick him in the head until he's unconscious, send him to the hospital. There's no need for that. However, if you have someone who is on drugs, who has a knife and is trying to kill you, and the only way to stop them, because they're not feeling pain from the drugs, is to disarm them and to kill them, because you feel that they are coming to kill you and that's the only way, well, then that's restoring the balance as well. Everyone has the right to defend themselves. Everyone has the right to safety and to live without harm. So when that is at risk, you must do whatever is necessary at that moment to survive. Okay? There's something in law enforcement called the use of force continuum, which talks about, is the force that is used excessive? And this is where I believe the Aikido philosophy comes in. If the person has a weapon and is trying to kill you, you have the right to defend yourself at a higher level than if you have someone, your drunken cousin, and he gets a little too much in him and he's attacking you. You don't want to be snapping his neck or sending him to the hospital. You just want to be able to control the situation so that neither you or he is harmed permanently. Okay? So restoring the balance is the philosophy of Aikido that I believe in, and that I think was the more realistic message. However, in real Aikido, there should be strikes, there should be resistance in training, so that you learn how to deal with someone on the street, because someone on the street is not going to just comply and blend with you so nicely. You have to learn how to deal with someone who is not compliant, okay? And training should be like that. There is effective Aikido out there. It's just, finding that balance between practicality and compassion. I always tell my students that you should be comfortable in the uncomfortable. You should always push yourself to evolve, and to a point where you can deal with realistic attacks. Okay? Because if you can't do that, if you never push yourself and get comfortable in the uncomfortable, you're not going to be prepared. So I hope this helped and opened some insight. And thank you, and have a great day.